Everybody's waiting for the Trump show to implode. The trials, the chaos, the age, something, right? But nobody's asking what comes after. The answer is chilling. JD Vance. Because if Trump is the face of MAGA, JD Vance is the prototype built in a lab by billionaires who studied everything that Trump got wrong and decided to perfect it. So let's be real, JD Vance did not crawl out of poverty and bootstrap his way up. He was engineered, funded. Peter Thiel, the same billionaire who helped bankroll Facebook, who dreams of rewriting democracy, poured millions into making Vance the one. They took a Yale law grad, a Wall Street insider, and turned him into Hillbilly JD, the flannel-wearing everyman. His memoir wasn't empowerment. It was bait. A story sold to elites about poor white Appalachia. Also, they could feel superior and he could launch himself into power. But here's the difference. Trump stumbled into power. He tripped on celebrity and white grievance and accidentally became president. He never thought he'd win. We never thought he'd win. What? Billionaires tolerated him, but they couldn't control him. Vance? He is control. He's the dream candidate for the ultra-rich. Smart enough to carry out an agenda. Cynical enough to flip-flop on his beliefs. And ruthless enough to clock cruelty in calm speeches. He once called Trump America's Hitler, and then sold his soul for power once he realized that MAGA was the ticket. And that's what makes him worse, right? Trump's reckless. We all know that. Vance, though, Vance is precise. History teaches us it is never the loudest fire starter who cements authoritarian rule. It's the polished successor that builds the system that lasts. With Vance at the helm, you don't just get book bans in Florida. You get national curriculum written by billionaires. You don't just get immigration walls. You get mass raids, surveillance, and whole communities forced into silence. You don't just get conservative judges. You get a judiciary hardwired to protect billionaire power and lock ordinary people out for decades. And here's the trap. People are gonna relax. They'll say, at least he's not Trump. At least he sounds normal. But normal is not safe, y'all. It's more dangerous because billionaires don't want chaos. They want order, the kind of order that benefits them and crushes everyone else. So don't be fooled, JD Vance is not a leader. He's a project, a billionaire Frankenstein. Trump was the test run, and JD is the upgrade. And history is clear, empires don't collapse with the clown at the top. They endure when the polished, calculated heir takes over and locks the system in place. That's why when Trump falls, JD Vance doesn't just rise. He cements everything that Trump only dreamed of.